everyone, Rosabels here with my Degen-based trust farms for RS-6, 7, and 8. As an immediate disclaimer, as of recording, her skill 3 is at mastery 1. Degen's skill 3 is at mastery 1. But I have done these strategies with her at skill rank 7 before. So it's entirely possible to do this without her masteries yet. It's just that as of recording, she got her first mastery. So I can't exactly go back on that. But other than that, everything else should be pretty much fine. Just adjust the strategies as you feel necessary according to what units you have that can do like equivalent things. Starting with RS-6, we're going to just use 2 units for this trust farm. Degen, skill 3. You can do this in skill rank 7 without her module. It's fine. And then Typhon, skill 2, preferably M3, preferably with her module just to boost up her attack. And that's all we're going to need. No need for any extra healers or whatever. Good. We're going to wait first for Degen. And then open up this furnace so that she doesn't freeze over. We're gonna wait a bit for this second guy before we activate her skill to get rid of this guy over here. And then Typhon over here, facing the side. And don't forget to activate her skill. As usual, you need to activate her twice in order for the skill to become permanent. The rest of this is more or less waiting. You want to wait first. Degen can take care of these guys on her own. But we want to wait for this guy to come closer within her range. Wait for the second one. And then activate her skill to basically delete everyone. Typhon's skill should be ready soon. And then most of it, we just wait until the end. Typhon basically carries the rest of the stage, but Degen is definitely there for like, just to make sure nothing bad happens. Basically, she's gonna be a nuke that will just destroy everything else that you don't want on the screen. If you're not confident about Degen surviving this, you can have like Saria or a healing defender down here just to make sure she has extra help. A bit risky. These two, once they're on range, you can activate Degen's skill. And there we go. Pretty easy. It's a bit of luck because sometimes she doesn't get hit by enemies because of her frighten effect, but you should be able to survive that no problem. Next up, RS-7, which is probably going to be the stage that a lot of you are going to be farming because it's manganese ore and the only one that has like an uncommon drop, which is weird to me. Again, Degen skill 3. It's alright if she has skill rank 7. I've proven that you can do this with skill rank 7 on stream. Typhon skill 2, preferably with module and masteries if you have them. And Saria skill 1. I have her at M2. No module necessary, just use whatever module that you like.
Stay close. Don't run off.
Again, start off by turning on this furnace. This is the only furnace we're going to care about. And then Degen over here. This stage is a bit weird to get used to. We're going to wait for this guy to go over here around. Meanwhile, we're going to put down Typhon over here to start charging her skill.
What you need of nature should not be disturbed.
When the guy is near Degen, that's when you activate her. And she'll also clear out that area. Saria behind Degen. basically to act as crowd control and healing. And then once we activate Typhon's skill, it will just be a matter of basically activating Degen's skill whenever you have to. I prefer to activate it here just to get rid of the wizard guy. Activate Typhon. And yeah. The rest of the stage will be pretty easy. Saria should be able to take care of basically healing Degen, keeping her alive. Use Degen's skill on these bigger dudes just to get rid of them faster and to basically crowd control. She's strong enough to basically handle it on her own, let's be honest here. And then towards the end, you want to wait for this whole crowd to come within her range before you activate her. And go. And that should be it. It's pretty simple. Like, for as scary as the crowd is, she's a giant delete button anyway, so you should be fine. And finally, we have the boss stage. This is gonna be a bit weird. You'll need to understand some of the boss's mechanics when we go about this stage, but I think I found a strategy that's pretty simple enough to do. We're gonna need Degen, skill 3, but she won't be as central in this strategy. Who's more important actually is gonna be Thorns. So Thorns, skill 3, M3. Has to be M3. Your best healer, I suggest if you have Aya Altar, use Aya Altar skill 1. Mastery 3 if you can, just so that she heals as much as possible. If you don't have Aya Altar, you can use Lumen skill 3 or your best healers. So like pick 2 of your best healers or something. Preferably someone who can increase defense or resistance. Your best Pioneer Vanguard, someone who can generate DP on her own. So like Texas, I would suggest Siege, but I think Texas is more reliable in generating DP. Suggest getting her module so that she will be, cheaper to cost at the start of the match. Typhon, skill 2, but she is not really required. You can replace her with Q-Buy, I think. If you have Q-Buy, then we'll just place her beside Degen. I'm gonna use Typhon because I need her to slow down the boss. And Goldenglow skill 2, module is optional. But if you can get her module, that will make her definitely stronger. So skill 2. And she's going to be one of the central ones. So basically the most important units for this strategy is going to be Thorns and Goldenglow, because they're going to be your main damage dealers. And they're also going to be handling or managing the furnaces, which is going to be very important for this strategy. Texas down here, facing the furnace. Let's wait for deployment points. But you can activate this furnace and put down your healer facing down. Aya Altar is perfect for this because everything will fall within her range. Next is Gigi over here facing the left. You want a Pioneer Vanguard because you need that 2 block. While we wait to put down Thorns. Next up will be Degen facing up. Activate Thorns when you can. And activate Degen too, just to kill off enemies faster.
Good timing.
Typhon over here facing the side. Don't worry about activating the furnaces just yet. Because Gigi, once her skill is active, she's gonna hit the furnaces. Heaters. Whatever. Use Degen's skill as necessary. Just to clear out the mobs. And don't forget to activate Thorns. He should be ready with his skill by the time this guy comes in. Designed how Harold comes in. Harold becomes easier to kill the more, heaters are turned on. So at this point, you should have all the heaters on anyway.
Still mulling things over, Dr. Perfection.
If he's still not yet dead and he's entered the square, activate Degen just to make sure he dies within this square, so that he doesn't deactivate too many furnaces, because he'll start deactivating furnaces within this range. So you don't want him to hit all of your furnaces. So just 2 will be deactivated. The next part's going to be a bit weird, because when he reaches a certain amount of health, or a certain amount of health is lost, he's going to basically hit all of your units depending on how many furnaces are turned on. So obviously, more furnaces turned on means that he'll attack less. So you want as many of them on as possible. So you have to keep an eye out. So that's why you have these ready here. You have to keep an eye out for what furnaces are turned off when he's doing that part. You can tell when he's about to do the attack, because he becomes invulnerable for a certain amount of time.
Still mulling things over, Dr.
And activate Degen to sort of just put his health down. If you can, try to get his health, try to get at least 3 furnaces up before he does the attack, just so he does that attack once. It's okay if Degen and Typhon die in the process. The most important ones is Gigi and Thorns anyway, because they're your main DPS that's going to fight against him. And yeah, pretty much the ending went really quick there. So it's really hard to explain, but basically that's what you're trying to do. So just keep an eye out. Use Degen when he's within the range so that you can get as much health off as possible. And yeah, it's not that difficult once you have it down. And that's it. The last one's a bit weird. Harold is a bit weird to explain, but when you get the hang of it, just make sure the furnaces are on. That's basically it. Make sure all the furnaces are on. And have fun with Degen. I am pretty sad about how much I had to use to get her. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time when I hopefully have my voice back. Bye!